Hello and welcome back to Three Houses. We are not Garrick Mach anymore, or Kansas for that matter. We are in some kind of war camp. It occurs to me I basically never panned the camera up. I guess we're like in a church, actually. Well, it's... No, it just looks... it's got like the vaulted ceilings and the... I don't remember what those kinds of windows are called, but of course that's based on, Christian architecture, which isn't the same thing as, who knows what the architectural history of Fodlan is. Anyway, whatever. So yeah, here we are. Before I get started with doing stuff here, I wanted to talk a little bit about the role of the Avatar character in a game like this. So, for the most part, I think the addition of the Avatar character to Fire Emblem has been a negative. I think the games stand up better when there isn't so much focus on the Avatar character. I think, in general, this game doesn't suffer as much from that. But I don't want to talk about in general. I think it's interesting in this particular case. So, on the one hand, all of the students basically saying, well, we went with you, Edelgard, because we like the professor so much is kind of eye-rolling. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, the professor's so great, blah, blah, blah. On the other hand, it's hard to imagine what it would look like. So, let me step back from saying that and say, I think it would have been really compelling if they could have set up a way for the students to want to follow Edelgard because Edelgard earned it, as opposed to the professor. But it is hard to imagine what it would look like to have the choice for that to either happen or not happen based on Edelgard as opposed to based on the professor. Like, if you got to that choice point, what would cause them to not follow Edelgard, potentially? And I could imagine that being based on supports or something, where it's like, okay, depending on who has a relationship with Edelgard or what she's been willing to tell them, but even just doing it based on support ratings, like, or levels would be a little odd. So yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting thing to think about, right? Like, there's like a justification of having the professor be in that role, both from the standpoint of being a teacher and then the standpoint of like if the students are like really invested in the professor, then they want to follow them. But I do think it would have been cool if like Edelgard had sort of earned all these people following them kind of on her own merit rather than on the professor's merit. You could argue that she earned the professor's trust, and so there's sort of like a transitive thing going on there, but I don't know if that's actually true or not, or if it's just like, I'm like, well, I like Edelgard better than I like Rhea, so... Despite the fact that Rhea is voiced by Shirami Lee, or Lei, however that's pronounced, who is a great voice actress, but... Not that there's anything wrong with Edelgard's voice actress. Alright, so, anyway, so as musings over, let's look at our supports.
I'm so sick of it all.
Wait, what?
There is so much to be done, yet all I encounter are new problems and pitfalls. Sometimes I wish I could spend just one day doing absolutely nothing and gorging myself on sweets.
What? Why are we back in Garrick Mach?
Do you mean it? Just the thought makes me happy. But Hubert would never allow it.
Hubert's not the boss of you.
Indeed. It may not be possible now, but one day we will know the joys of idling. Mark my words. Is that a smirk I spy? Is it so amusing to you, me daydreaming of free time?
her mad expression.
Your silly grin says otherwise. But let's put all that aside for now. There is something I've been meaning to tell you. I'm afraid this might sound a bit sentimental. However, I want to thank you. Because of you, I feel I can walk my fated path without losing myself. If I were alone, I might have lost perspective and become a harsh leader with a heart of ice. But I'm not alone. With you by my side, I'm somehow free to be not only a leader, but simply Edelgard.
I guess this is like the reverse of the whole, like, you know, play the other route hint drop, where she's basically saying, you know, if you weren't here, then I'd be evil, and then when you had chosen the Blue Lions or whatever, you would have to fight against the evil version of me. Anyway, and I was gonna say, well, what about Hubert? You're not alone. Oh yeah, well, Hubert doesn't really solve that problem, does he? You do have many allies, but they're all here because of the professor, so just go with I'm glad.
Until now, no one has been able to surpass me, much less command me.
Not even
I've
Ferdinand?
always been seen as an untouchable princess or emperor. No one spoke to me as an equal or met my gaze without flinching. It was lonely, terrible.
What Ferdinand?
The only person I could rely on as I tried to claw my way out of the darkness was myself. With you have been a brilliant light. Somehow you have chased the darkness away. And for that, I will always be grateful.
I guess, in fairness, Ferdinand isn't really, like, we still can't do these supports. Interesting. We can support with Ignatz, though. Yeah, I guess in fairness, Ferdinand isn't really... doesn't... He pretends or claims that he's superior to her or whatever, but in its own way, that's not really, like, seeing her as an equal or as a peer either. It's putting her on a pedestal, if only so that he can repeatedly try to knock her off of it.
Okay, I've decided on the composition. That's right, the composition for my next paint. Wait, Professor? How long have you been standing there? You haven't been watching me, have you? No, I misspoke. Did I say painting? I meant to say, well, I've thought for a while that it might be nice to paint the scenery here. The contours of that tree, set against the stark shapes of the faraway peaks. Of course, I only paint after I've finished my chores. I'd never put my art before my responsibilities. My studies are paramount. I shall always uphold my duties as a student of the Officers' Academy. Whereas art is a hobby of mine, you might say. Everyone has hobbies, right? I'm sure you have one.
Yeah, I play Fire Emblem. What is even the difference between these responses?
Oh, well, perhaps it's different for you, Professor. But it's perfectly normal for people to have hobbies. Reading, for instance, or fishing, or taking midday naps. For me, it's making art. Hobbies are healthy. They're a good way of relieving stress.
I don't think taking naps is a hobby.
You might consider taking up a hobby, Professor. Anything to clear your mind. Think about it. It's much easier to focus if you're feeling refreshed. There isn't a rule against hobbies, is there? If you tell me to stop, I'll stop. I shall never again put brush to canvas.
Ridiculous.
Really? It's okay for me to paint? Well, I mean, if you're sure. But really, it's nothing more than a little diversion, a frivolous pastime. I think I ought to go back to my quarters now, if it's all the same to you.
Yeah, that definitely seems like it's taking place in Garreg Mach as well. Kind of odd.
What is it, Hubert?
Nothing in particular. I was just recalling
this is
your
obviously in
impressive skill
Garreg
with the
Mach.
bow. I'm willing to bet you could put an arrow through the neck of an enemy general from quite a distance. In fact, to any leader's bodyguard, I would go so far as to say you pose the most dangerous kind of threat.
Don't worry your fragile little self. Your lady princess is safe. I wouldn't shoot my employer.
I would certainly hope not. But there are some mercenaries to whom a contract means little. And you would do well to remember that Lady Edelgard is no mere princess. You should take care to learn the proper form of address for your employer.
I said lady. I already told you, I'm not going to break the princess's contract.
What did I just say?
Proper address. Right. Next time.
My patience has limits, you know. For the moment, you may stand in Lady Edelgard's good graces. But if you become a problem, I will not hesitate to eliminate you.
You're unstable, Hubert. Be careful who you threaten. I don't take kindly to those who get in the way of my contracts.
Is that a threat?
Just some advice.
Spicy. Is Shamir here? Wouldn't be expected either, but...
I'm a soldier, but I had to think long and hard about this one. Since birth, I've believed in the teachings of Seiros without ever questioning them. But Her Majesty's words are true. To think that the Archbishop can take on such a monstrous form.
Mm-hmm. So, are these the same?
Welcome.
These are like the same people.
Hey there.
It's so weird.
Anytime.
Like,
What do you require? Farewell.
I gave my experience orb to Flame, didn't I? Derp. I still got access to their inventories, though. Huh.
Welcome. Please come again.
Okay.
That's right. The most important nobles in the Empire are known for taking power from the previous Emperor, my father included. I didn't think it possible that the Imperial Princess could ascend the throne so easily. However, it seems that both my father and Caspars are supporting Edelgard. Having both the Minister of Domestic Affairs and Minister of Military Affairs on your side gives you total control over the Empire's military and finances. You must have been making preparations for quite some time without anyone noticing.
Caspar did say something about his father meeting with Edelgard. Was like, oh, I thought they didn't like each other. Meanwhile, what Linhardt said is only true if you assume that those officers have the loyalty of all of the, you know, like the basically those branches of the government below them, as opposed to just being appointed heads, but the loyalty is to the monarch. Which, I mean, who knows?
That could have gotten dangerous fast. If I stayed at the monastery, I would have had to fight my father. We aren't especially close, but he's not an opponent I'd want to face. I'd almost rather fight a monster. Anyway, it looks like he's going to be leading the western units. I wonder if we'll wind up fighting the Kingdom's army, and who decided to fight for the church.
You know, that also implies that if you chose another path, you could end up having Caspar fight his dad. Interesting.
Black Eagle Strike Force, eh? I like it. It's really a twist of fate that brought me to this side of things, but I'm still proud to be here.
Teacher, I asked Edelgard what happened to my father. He was dismissed as Prime Minister and is under house arrest in the Imperial capital. He always was a greedy, arrogant man. Some would say that this is the fate he deserves. And yet I cannot help but feel indignant. After all his hard work for the Empire, to be disgraced like this. I am conflicted, Professor. I do not know what to do. As the next Duke Aiur, should I follow Edelgard into battle?
Probably. That's probably how you best get your family back in her good graces if you think she's gonna win. I mean, I guess if you think she's not gonna win, then...
Come on. I don't even get my own room here. At least I had that at home. But speaking of home, Hubert told me something. He said my father was stripped of his title. I guess he did as he pleased and opposed Edelgard. Wait, does that mean my father's going to be home all the time now? On second thought, I think I'm fine right here.
Oh, I thought she was gonna be like, yay, I hate my dad. I'm glad he was stripped of his title. Wait, do you like the... want the hedgehog thing?
I've been looking for this.
Ah. Uh-huh.
The Empire and Bridget were once warring with each other. But now, I have made the decision to be fighting with the Empire. It is a choice of irony, I feel. But I am having no regrets. My belief is with you, and with Edelgard.
It's interesting how everyone was like, how could you betray us, Edelgard? Wah! And now they're like, yeah, Edelgard, we support you. Like, I really think this would have been more effective if we could have chosen which side to fight on in that battle in the tomb versus like having to fight against Edelgard and then be like, oh, okay, actually. This doesn't make total sense this way.
Edelgard became emperor and raised an army, huh? Who knew the kid had it in her? I mean, yeah, of course, I knew she'd be emperor eventually, but the more I think about it, the more surprised I am. I wonder who's gonna win.
I'm gonna win!
Thinking about it makes me scared. We're fighting the Knights of Seiros. Still, I know you'll figure something out. I'm sorry.
Professor. It is not up to Her Majesty to bring the students to our cause. That task falls to you. Those who have forsaken their homelands to join the Empire will be feeling vulnerable. You are uniquely able to provide emotional support. Please use that gift to guide others down the path that Lady Edelgard has laid before us. I ask you to do this from the bottom of my heart.
Alright, well said, Hubert. That's a good way of like looking at the situation, not just like within the story, but within like sort of more like meta-analysis of it that I was talking about earlier. That yeah, you can see it as Edelgard doesn't have the bandwidth to, you know, build these strong personal connections with each of these different, you know, students, noble houses, etc. But Byleth kind of does.
We will join forces with the main army and attack Garreg Mach. It's a fortress built on steep ground, but it's never seen battle. That means we don't know much about it from a military perspective. But if we use all of the power at our disposal, we will capture it. From a purely mathematical standpoint, we most certainly have the power to win. If the battle becomes a clash of beasts within human strength, you will be our only hope. I believe in you. I'm relying on you to lead the Black Eagle Strike Force to victory.
Right.
I've gone and done it now, huh? What would my old man say if he knew I'd sided with the Empire? His Highness must be angry. Dimitri gets super scary when he's like that. I wonder how I'm going to die. Ugh, my knees turn to jelly just thinking about it. No, I can't think that way. I promise to fight alongside you. I'm here until the end. Listen to me. I'm terrified, but I feel so calm.
I never get to give those away, will I?
To be frank, I'm not sure whether I should believe all that Edelgard says. But if her words are true, I think it's best to be her ally. So I'll fight. I'm not at ease with that decision just yet, but I'll stick by it.
That's a pretty good summary of the situation, actually.
Okay. I came this far mostly on impulse, but I wonder if it was the right choice. Everything will be okay, right, Professor? I'm not wrong, am I? If I know that you think it's okay, I feel like it will be easier to believe in myself.
Yep.
Yes. I've been preparing to take this path. My own path. Not my old man's, and not the boar's.
Professor!
Oh. Yes. I have heard the name Lord Vestra mentioned among the purged noble families of the Empire. He's Hubert's father, but Hubert seems rather unconcerned about it. That alone is why we soldiers find Hubert quite frightening.
There's plenty of reasons to find Hubert frightening.
Alright. To think things would come to this. Even a few months ago, I never could have imagined it. I believe in you, Professor, so I'm steeling myself. I can't promise that I'll be useful in battle, but I'm not running away from the fight.
The real question is... why are... like, he, like, literally just joined the house. Like, why does he have that level of loyalty to Byleth? Oh. What are these two doing? Huh.
Yes.
And who are these two?
I'm Randolph von Berglies. I'm not very high in the ranks yet, but I'm more or less a general. Just like Caspar, I'm from House Berglies. My mother married into House Berglies after I was born, so my position within the family is rather lowly. But I'm determined to make something of myself in this battle to bring glory to my part of the family, for the sake of my mother and sister.
I almost don't want...
Ah, yes.
This. Yeah, okay, they're not, like, on my roster. I almost don't want them to be. I already have too many characters.
I believe that this is the first time we have met. My name is Ladislava. I have the great honor of leading Lady Edelgard's personal guard. Her Majesty is as hard on others as she is on herself. She may seem composed, but that is only because she conceals her more passionate emotions. For that reason, she is often misunderstood. But now she has you by her side. I find that most reassuring. I look forward to working with you.
She's just a soul whose intentions are good. Oh lord, please don't let her be misunderstood. Okay, so there's not like a whole lot to do here. We can go mess with this stuff. Let's see if I have anything that needs repairing. I am wondering whether Flayn's inventory got dumped. That is a thing that the games do sometimes. Oh, of course that's not
Come back anytime.
gonna be where it shows up if it did happen. Nope. Oh, did Hubert's inventory get dumped? The Caduceus staff did. Weird. I also wonder how you would promote someone at this point. Not that I have anyone who needs promoting. Anyway, yeah, it looks like Flayn did run off with my experience gem, which is pretty mean. Pretty mean. Doesn't matter too much.
Hey there.
Let's look at those rusted weapons. Yeah, that's an easy call.
There you go.
Can't do that. Can't do that. still don't understand what's so special about these weapons, these crescent sickles. They're definitely not as good as my silver lances. Like, they're definitely, I mean, they have crit, but whatever.
Come back.
Oh, you know what else I want to check? Alright, yeah, Petra's still not a B sword, so she can't use a silver sword. Who else isn't using silver weapons? Bernadetta. Bernadetta can. And I just got a silver bow, so that's cool. Let's drop... Oh, let's drop the steel lance. So let's... do that. Why does Shamir have an iron bow and a steel bow? Why would I need both of those? That seems unnecessary. Use lances, right? You can use silver lances. Whatever, I'll give her a steel lance. Why not? Yeah, so is there anybody else who can use silver weapons who doesn't? He can use silver bows, but I'll just buy one for him. It actually comes up. Oh. Any extra iron lances laying around? Oh, not really. Okay, I guess we should repair one.
Hey there.
Or should I forge it? Maybe it would be nice to have Iron Lance pluses. I mean, they're always useful just because of the low weight compared to... Well, I guess they don't weigh that much less than the Silver Lance. 9... Well, it's 3 extra speed. Yeah, sure, let's just forge it.
Is this it?
Repair it anyway. Let's just forge it.
There you go. Come back anytime.
I'll do that slowly over time. In fact... Well, no, I don't care enough. Alright, yeah, I guess there's not anything else to do here. No calendar anymore.
Hello.
I guess we're gonna head out. Oh, these two are yellow, like,
I'm Randolph, just my mother, but I'm the... Professor?
Yeah, like, something I'd never explicitly mentioned is that on the mini-map, your characters are blue. Like, named characters that aren't yours are yellow, and then, like, non-named characters are white. So those two are the only yellow units here. But yeah, none of the faculty are here. We can do auxiliary battles still. Emperor Edelgard has declared war on the Church of Seiros and the Crest-dominated world it has created. The Crests are definitely to blame. Her first move is to topple the most prominent symbol of the church's dominance, Garreg Mach. Whoa, that was a screenshot with Edelgard and Dimitri both under player control. What situation enables that?
We will soon arrive at Garreg Mach Monastery. Forcing a surrender here is extremely significant, both strategically and symbolically. Of course, this is personal as well. This is where we all came together to learn and grow. I have no intention of yielding to our former classmates, so I ask that you prepare yourselves for anything.
I'm not thinking about friends right now, and I'm certainly not prepared.
Damn it, don't go around saying things that lower morale before we even get started. I'm ready. Let's go. Let's fight.
I have nothing to lose aside from my friends who are here with me. Does that answer satisfy you?
I have been ready for this since leaving my land of home. I will fight and win.
How can you prepare to fight? Maybe I can prepare to prepare.
There is no reason that I should not be prepared. It is my duty to stand up and battle.
Thank you all. Now, let's talk strategy.
As the raiding force, we will attack the area nearest to the monastery. The Knights of Seiros certainly won't stand down after they catch sight of Her Majesty and the Professor. At the same time, the remaining areas will be surrounded and annihilated by the main army. In other words, we are the decoy that must suppress the enemy's most elite soldiers.
We know more about the area near the monastery than anyone else in the Imperial Army. Still, we must prepare for the worst. It's possible we will have to face the Archbishop's true form, the Immaculate One.
This music is slightly Norian. Yeah, that bit there, where it's got... I don't actually know what instrument that is. No, it's not playing. Oh well. Probably gonna take a little while to loop, but there's some kind of instrument that was used a lot in the Norian songs and Fates that they're playing a little bit of in this song. I haven't otherwise heard in this game.
Fight with all you have, but don't be reckless. As promised, I will leave the command to our professor.
Not only will we all survive this, but we will undoubtedly emerge victorious.
This will be our first battle as the Black Eagle Strike Force. All the more reason to prevail.
First battle is the Black Eagle Strike Force. Alright, so we go take Garreg Mach so that then we can do monastery stuff again, only presumably there should be a lot of differences after that, but I assume that's what they're trying to set up. I should have updated goals, in case that matters. It probably doesn't. Oh, I guess I do get control. Oh, no, wait. These are green units. Vladislava. Their stats don't look too bad. Weight -5. Wonder if that's an, like... It would be nice if you got ability upgrades rather than just getting more abilities, considering the limited slots. So I wonder if that's what's going on there. He's a warrior. Oh, hey, Flane. Oh, sure. Just frickin' be level 27 now and, like, maybe actually good. That makes sense. Also wearing a completely different outfit. Well, I guess that's just because of the class upgrade. Macule Evil Repelling Company. She's got a training lance. And she doesn't have my experience orb. Oh, you jerk. Wonder if you end up actually killing her. That'd be pretty sad. Oh, hey, look, it's Seteth. He looks about the same as he was before. That's pretty good. Ooh, that's a pretty good combination of things. I wonder how you get that. I wonder if that's a like a class skill or a like skill ranking linked skill ability. I guess I should call it an ability because these are skills and these are abilities. Gilbert. All right. Well, you I don't really care about. 2 speed. What a joke. 31 defense, but 7 resistance. Unless he's got something that's gonna mitigate that. Well, Aegis could. We're actually facing units with multiple items, although I guess it's just the name characters that have that. There's a lot of up here with no enemies. Interesting. Is this a magic or fire orb? Yeah. Interesting. Some breakable walls. I don't think there are any chests. No. Wait, are those doors? Okay, so we need door keys. I do have some door keys. I also got Felix and Ignatz. Use. Can I actually bring these guys? If I... Like, where the heck did you come from, Hanneman? What? I don't want to bring them, but that's quite confusing. I would like to bring Felix. That is annoying. Because, well, one of him are Ignatz for Lock Touch. Be good. Why can't I see that on their page? I mean, I know they have it. I'm just like, why isn't it listed? Oh, it is. It's right there. Okay. No, I'm just blind. Yeah, it's just I don't want to bench any of the mounted units. Mounted units good. I don't want to bench the dancer. Dancer good. I don't want to bench my primary healer. Primary healer good. Like, but be definitely helpful. I mean, I guess I could just give, like, have Byleth open this door or something. Although, I mean, this. Wait, this doesn't even make sense. How is this opened by a door key? Obviously, you can just break through the walls anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Maybe in that respect I should just not worry about it. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna go with, is not worrying about it. Ally units 4. Okay. Got another one over here. A page. Okay, let's look at supports. Felix, and I assume I've now lost my opportunity to recruit any of the other students permanently, which is sad because I was getting pretty close to some of them. We could pair him with Sylvain, I guess. And Ignatz. Petra. Sure. Oh, right. And then do I want to change their weapon loadouts? Let's have him do brawling, actually. Oh, dang it. Ignatz. Let's have him do swords. I guess he doesn't necessarily need specifically an iron sword. Okay. So then how do we want to approach this? Definitely want to send Bernadetta to the left where we have the preponderance of flying enemies. Well, there's not a huge difference, but still. But I don't necessarily mean left this way. In fact, maybe I don't send anybody that way. It seems like it'd be faster to just go through the middle for the non-flyers. Can't move him, okay. Am I gonna want to stride? What would I do it for? I can do it for most, like, 4 units, which isn't bad, but isn't great. Maybe it ends up being better to warp. Well, alright, let's put all of the horses up front, ready to charge into the middle. And then we'll set you two over here. Maybe Edelgard goes off to the right by herself. Could have Linhardt warp her over this way, turn 1. Or actually, I could get 5 if Linhardt... No. I already looked at that. Yeah, everyone's a little bit too spread out. I mean, if I did stride for, like, Caspar. Should I switch their places so that Caspar can hit this guy? If I do that, she can only get to there, and yeah, that's not helping that much. I mean, the stride would be good just from the perspective of, like, you can't quite reach stuff, but yeah. Alright, I think I'm just gonna go with this. Rout the enemy.
Friends, our opportunity for victory will come. But first, we must see to our defenses.
The city's defenders are trying to stall for time. We must crush them swiftly. We should be wary of ambushes as well.
Ambushes? I don't like the sound of that.
Ladislava is being pushed on the left flank. We must push back with equal force.
Okay.
I will get the victory.
I should maybe go sword here. D6 attack. No, she's not gonna one round with it. Not that she would with the steel sword either. Should come a lot closer.
One more success. Roar feeds my body and mind.
Nice level.
Put me in there.
I guess as long as he can't reach anybody anyway, maybe I'm just gonna have him go crack this barrier down. Ha! XP. Sure, why not? Alright. I guess I still could stride for these guys. Would it make more sense to warp? It probably makes more sense to warp. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that extended his range. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Still can't get very far, but it's farther than she could otherwise.
I will prevail.
Oh.
One step at a time.
Alright.
As you wish.
We can dance for Hubert and have him, like, hit this guy from back here and then still be screened by the bushes.
I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
I think that should work pretty well.
That's my cue.
Unexpected.
One thing that's interesting about all this is, like, I mean, Edelgard seems to have good intentions, but I'm not convinced that Hubert isn't, you know, kind of evil after all, and... Oh, Hubert can't actually get as far as I was thinking. Oh well, we'll probably be fine.
Watch how weak you are.
Like they seem to have done a pretty good job of setting it up so that there's not like a super clear good versus evil thing going on. Which is what I wanted.
Any experience is worth having.
So that's good.
Stay focused.
I'm on it.
Oh no.
Sure. Read him. I probably shouldn't be using the 5-cost ability with Killer Bow, but whatever. Alright, this is going to lure Seteth out. How do we feel about that? 14 AS, 46 attack. Yeah, it's fine. Dang. That's annoying. Do any of these guys have ranged weapons? Because if not really much point in Ferdinand actually attacking with a weak weapon. Might as well just give him the Silver Lance. Yeah. Maybe also trade Bernadette's weapon out.
I will show no mercy to anyone who attacks Rhea.
You worked hard for nothing.
Vestra Sorcery Engineers. That's new, I think. I should have looked at that.
Don't waste my time. Oh! Now you know your limits.
I didn't even think about the fact that Edelgard's back on the Wyvern now and not in her Flame Emperor armored getup. They're just waiting. Oh no, those are reinforcements.
Now! Hidden soldiers, attack!
The randos are more useful than the named characters so far. Alright. Why can Flayn only move 2 spaces? Or no, that she doesn't move at all. Okay. Are you strong enough to threaten Edelgard? Not really. What's Edelgard's speed? Yeah, nah. I'm surprised Edelgard doesn't have more defense.
No obstacle will stand.
I guess part of it is like a class thing. Wait, this one doesn't move either? Oh. Alright. These guys got all cleared out, so Petra advance. Those don't move either. Maybe we just aggro all these flyers right now. And I guess I can do that. Doesn't really hurt anything. I'm sure she'll have no problem killing those Pegasi with a hand axe.
My heart is full of victory.
Okay. No doubles. Sad. How about Hubert?
Still unstoppable.
Alright, Banshee it is. Get them out of them bushes.
For Lady Edelgard.
Alright, what is the deal with Vestra's sorcery engineers? Like, I'm pretty sure I did not... Let's see, can I do this? You can't trade battalions. There's like no good way to... tell what level that battalion is right now. Or what level is the wrong, or like what level or what skill, authority skill level is required to use it. And what happened to the one that he had equipped before? Anyway, alright, yeah, so let's see, we need to get Sylvain out of the way. So I can dance for Hubert while moving Dorothea further forward. And have him bop this guy as well. Byleth might do better against this armor dude here. Or against Sedith, I suppose. He does have... Yeah, wow. Oh my gosh, okay. Maybe I should have Hubert deal with him, actually. Alright, yeah, let's do that. This person out of the middle of our ranks.
Right makes money, right?
Alright, now we can just put Dorothea here, I guess.
I thank you.
Dark spikes.
I cannot yield.
I think you just did.
Zenith, please, do not overextend yourself. I am still in this fight.
I'm sorry, Flame. Withdraw if you must.
Huh? I think that's him not dying, but I'm not positive. Alright. So now how do we get these idiots out of the bushes? Yeah, we can get that guy easily enough, so let's just do that.
Allow me to demonstrate.
Oh,
That is that.
consider it demonstrated. Not sure what we were demonstrating, but it was effective. No question about that. She doesn't double him either. Ugh. Alright, that would do it. How about this thing? 55 hit? Ugh. How about this guy? Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, let's go for this.
Just give up.
Just come up to that guy. Just going after Hubert? Right? I guess I gotta go... something like that. I have a lot of resources to work with here. I mean, I can trade Hubert a less heavy weapon, but Bernadetta taking this guy out, or this, I guess this out still seems like a good idea either way.
Can I go now?
Not bad.
This hard work does pay off.
Not most of the right stats, but we got a lot of them, so that's nice. Right, so yeah, let's... just finish this guy off, stay in front of Hubert so that the Armor Knight can't get to him. And we'll still heal Hubert so that the archer can't kill him, and that we should be good. Oh, I forgot to trade Hubert's weapon. That's annoying.
Unexpected.
He should have, that archer should have targets that can't counterattack, but I guess he might still go after Hubert. I don't know.
One more success.
I guess if every single one of these Pegasi had hit Petra, she would actually die.
I will not be stopping.
But that was never going to happen. Oh wait, no, there's only 3 of them. I thought there were 4.
Got him.
Yep, got him. Oof.
My heart is full of victory. I am greater now.
I suppose so. Sealed defense. Okay. She doesn't have it equipped, though. Home Splitter not actually doing that much. Does he have anti-effective thing? Yep. Okay. His ranged weapon is the Tomahawk. Wait. I can talk to her? Interesting. I can talk to this guy too? No. Is that like, that's like the first battle talk I've seen like all game. That's not very effective. Might need to bring in a magic user to deal with this. But, well, actually, how does she fare with the Killing Edge? Yeah, not worth.
Just what we need. I knew Her Majesty's allies would help us out.
Okay. Can also gambit him, I guess. It's almost viable. Let's see. $53. Yeesh. I guess smash is the way to go. And if I miss, fly away and get healed. Something like that.
You shall not pass. I will protect Garreg Mach. Must protect Garreg Mach. I must protect everyone.
Too bad, so sad.
We will lend the Empire strength.
Wait, what?
Don't worry, we're allies now. I understand you must have many questions, but they'll have to wait until after the battle.
Okay. Yeah, I would agree with that. Okay, but he's a green unit. Okay. Well, where were we? I guess we need to go send somebody over to dislodge Gilbert. That could well be Hubert. And yeah, let's do it like this. Or wait, actually, I mean, he can't get over there under his own.
As you wish.
Well, he might be able to with a dance. Let's see, this guy's kind of in the way.
It's still raring to go.
Sure.
No one makes it past me. Now I can do so much better. I'm getting it.
Okay, so Dorothea, how far can you go down? Just there. 4, 5, 6, or to there. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's just do the warp. Yeah, and the next turn he can get in and melt Gilbert.
Hardly worth my time.
Ooh. Pretty good time level. I'm gonna go ahead and make this attack. Why not? Maybe she'll adapt. Nope. Okay, that's fine. then here, I want to start healing with Byleth.
Back to the fray.
I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
So I've been told. Ferdinand.
This was beneath me.
I wonder why killing Flayn made the Death Knight appear. Like, what's the relationship there? If it's just like they needed some trigger, but...
Thank you.
I owe you one.
Alright, I guess we'll send Sylvain this way, not that it appears to matter.
Unfortunately, you must die here. You should never have defied the goddess. Our plan is ready.
Your defeat was inevitable.
Edelgard, too good.
One step at a time.
Just one enemy left, but I get the feeling this battle is going to extend beyond that point. What are you doing?
Child's play. What's up?
Yeah, in fact, I'm so much inclined to believe that I'm not even gonna like do like bonus healing or whatever before trying to take him out. I'm just gonna do it. Something's gonna happen. I might as well save my resources or whatever it is.
In my master's name, I cannot allow myself to fall here. I must withdraw.
Yep.
Seteth, Flayn, Gilbert, you put your lives on the line to protect us. I would have preferred to have more time to prepare, but we cannot delay any longer. Come forth. Protect Garreg Mach Monastery from those despicable rebels.
Oh. Oh, hey, Catherine.
I'll crush them all.
What?
Her enemies are my enemies.
Andross's enemies are my enemies. Oh. Oh, just open the gates. Okay, that's cool. Lance of Light. Alright. This is gonna be... This is gonna take a while. What the... How are you so high level? What the heck? Of course he has aptitude. Man, it's too bad I couldn't recruit him away. He's got aptitude. Yeah, look at that. 25 speed, 27 strength, 23 defense. Kid's legit. Oh my gosh. Oh, we got a guy manning a fire orb. And a guy manning a ballista. It's actually pretty intimidating. But yeah, I think this is going to be the stopping point, because this is undoubtedly going to take me a while to get through on its own right. And we're over and out already by a good deal, so... Next time, the conclusion of this battle. Till then...